Hey everyone, it's been a while. I say that every time, and I know I said I wanted to make more videos previously, but then it's been a busy month. Not really because of work, but because my friends had like a lot of plans, and every weekend we pretty much went somewhere new. Like we had sushi, like really expensive sushi, and then we went to Napa. Then we went to Yosemite. Then we went rafting. Then I went to China for a week, and then we went to Tahoe. So, um, sorry, please forgive me, but I want to make this video because someone posted on my Facebook group and was like, "Hey, do you plan on making any more Tetris talks?" So I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" I haven't made a video in a while, and I love Tetris. So she gave me, so her name's Erica, and she gave me like a bunch of questions or topics to talk about. So um, they seemed interesting. So I was like, yeah, why not? Let's give it a go. Yeah, so she was like, but yeah, so I have my beer here, I have my Tetris, and let's go. So the first question was, how do you manage your finances? Um, I would say that how I manage my finances is I have a I have an Evernote, and basically in that Evernote I list out all the things that I'm spending money on. Like first I write how much money I make in a month, and then from there, oh fuck, oh god damn it. Alright, from there, so after writing how much money I have in a month, um, what do I do? I first list out. So after writing how much money I make in a month, I first list out the things I know I'll have to spend money on, like um, rent, and I think that's pretty much it. Unless like you might have like car payments or something like that, or maybe like student debt. But like even things like food, you can sort of control how much money you spend on food, right? But then like things like rent is like set in stone. And the same with I guess it's the same with oh, I won. I think it's the same with student loans too. Like you can decide if you want to pay more of it now or pay more of it later. But yeah. So I guess rent is like the biggest thing. You'll have to spend money on rent, especially when you're already like signed a lease. Um, After that, then list out the things you want to spend money on, um, like food or like hobbies. Like for me, when I play badminton, I have to like pay money to get there, and then also pay money to like play there. And then like singing, like if I want to go to karaoke, that's like a cost every time, right? So there's that. Then there is like investments. So for me, like to be honest, as a software developer in the Bay Area, I make like good money, like more money than I would need to just pay rent and food. So after that, what do I do with all this money, right? It's basically this like tug of war between like things I want to spend now, like buying new stuff or going to new places and traveling, versus something more long term, like basically investing. Um, like you can invest like all your money, or you can spend all of it, and that's pretty much up to you. But then how I do it is, again, I have an Evernote, and I sort of write like how much is first deducted pre-tax. So I have an HSA and I have a 401k. So even before money goes into my account, um, some money is already taken out and invested. After that, then I deduct. So I have like, let's say I make $10,000 a month, which I definitely don't. And let's say 2,000 of that just goes to like retirement. So I'm left with 8K. Now let's say that's like after tax. Yeah, let's say that's after tax. Then after that, let's say I spend 2K a month on rent. So that means I have 6K left. And yeah, with the 6K, I can be super like future optimized, and I could say, okay, I want to spend like 5K of this on investments. I want to put some of it in crypto, some of it in like a Roth, some of it in like an index fund, stuff like that, and then I'll just have like 1,000 to spend on travel, food, on my passions. Or I could do the other way. I could do like I want to spend $5,000 and just like buy a new computer every month, or go traveling every month, or like drink a lot, whatever. Or there can be a balance and say, okay, well I'll spend like 3,000 on investments and 3,000 on myself. Personally, I found that it's really hard for me to just spend money. Like if I made 10,000, right, and then it dwindles down to like 6,000 for me to either spend or invest. Um, it's hard for me to even spend more than like $1,000 a month. So naturally, just like 5,000 of it will just be invested, and I think most of my viewers are like between 20 and 30. So I feel like we should be more risky. Like our the age we are at right now, uh, we are able to take risks, and even if we like lose all our money, we can still get it all back. So I personally don't like save. Like if I have money sitting in my account, I feel like it's just wasted. It's like not doing anything. I want my money to work for itself, so that's why I invest. Yeah, but then I still want to have fun. So like I have money to travel because I like traveling and seeing my friends and seeing my relatives. Um, I like eating good food over the weekend. One thing about working at a company that has free food is that like you don't have to spend money on food, and food costs add up. Um, I like karaoke. I like badminton, so that's like money I have to spend every time I go, but that's like money I'm willing to spend because I have a lot of fun doing it. Yeah, and I guess like the one thing is that I have this whole budget, right? And the thing is like I don't follow it. Like I'm not gonna be like, wait, when my friends ask me if I want to hang out, or if like I want to go to this new place with them, like Tahoe or something, I'm not gonna say no because I already spent all my money in my budget. I'm still gonna go. So I guess I use my budget more of like as a guideline, just so like ideally I know where all my money's going, but then like things can change anytime, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, cool. Okay, that was a really big question. I'm sorry, don't know what I don't know how I would answer if for like different financial situations, like if you're in a lot of debt, or maybe you're just like you got your first internship, or you're just still a student. Um, yeah, maybe I'll make another video for that if anyone's interested. Okay. The next question is, do I want to talk about my side projects if I have any? Currently, I don't, and the reason for that is because like I'm already spending most of my time programming. So when I get home, I don't want to like keep programming, right? Like it gets kind of tiring. And actually, I have like a few friends that tell me the same thing. Before they started working, they enjoyed programming, but then like after they started working, they got like tired of it, right? And when I was still in college, I was like, what? How can that be? Like programming is so much fun. But then when you're just programming like 8 hours a day or whatever, or even more, and then you come home and you're like already really exhausted, it's really hard to get yourself to keep coding. And you can say, oh, well, you're learning a lot, right? Like you're learning a lot on the job, and you're growing. So like if you program at home, you're gonna grow even more. But the thing is, like, I'm already learning a lot at my job, and wow, what the heck? But I think it's like kind of laggy because I'm recording the screen, and that's why I'm like fucking up. But anyway, I just feel like if I'm programming at work and then I keep programming at home, that means that I'm not going to do anything else. Like I'm not going to be making YouTube videos, or I'm not going to be playing badminton or singing. Because side projects take a lot of time, and I don't think I can just put in like an hour a day. I feel like if I really want to be productive, I'd have to be putting in like 3 hour session, 3 hour coding sessions. So if I wake up at 7, get ready, go to work at 9 or 10, and then come home at 8 or 9, and then program for 3 more hours and sleep at 12, I'm just like programming the whole day, and I'd rather not. So that's to answer your question. I don't have any side projects right now. I actually had one that I really wanted to make, but couldn't get myself to be motivated enough. Okay, the next question is finding apartments. I don't really know, like, yeah, I don't really remember how I found my apartment, because I sort of just went on like this site that I don't even remember, and it was like finding roommates, and then it linked me to this Craigslist post, and then I got connected to my current roommate, and then we did a Google like video call, and he was like really chill, and he worked at Uber, or he's working at Uber, and I work at Lyft, but I was like, oh, I don't care. And he was telling me how like he interviewed someone else, and then once they heard he worked at Uber, it just got really awkward, but then like we were both chill about it. And yeah, like after that, he sort of just like took care of everything, which was like really great, because he was already looking at a place. So yeah, he was just like, oh, here are the details, are you okay with it? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay with it. So yeah, I just signed the lease, and we became pretty good roommates. Yeah. Okay, let's see what else. Paying taxes? So there was a talk at Lyft, and basically there was like this tax guy, and he was basically like, oh, taxes aren't that hard, you can do your own taxes. But then I have like a high school friend, and his dad's a CPA, and my mom's like friends with him, so he gives us like a slight discount. And a lot of my friends do their own taxes, so I'm pretty sure it's not that hard, and I feel like I should probably just do it, because like CPAs aren't that cheap. But yeah, So if you want to know like the specifics about how to fill out taxes, then I don't know. But then if you want me to just talk about paying taxes in general, then I want to say that it sucks because like they tell you they're gonna pay you this amount, and then you get taxed, and then you see how much you actually get, and you're like pretty sad. Yeah. Yeah, like let's say you make 100K. After taxes, you probably have uh, 70K, maybe 75K. After expenses, that drops down to like 50K or something a year. So then, like per month, that's like a few thousand, which still isn't like that bad. But then, like, it could always be more. And let's say you get like a sign-on bonus, and let's say you get paid like 100K signing bonus, which Facebook, I heard, well, Facebook definitely used to do it, but I heard it's like harder to get that now. Like a 75K sign-on bonus or something. But then like after taxes, like half of it's just gone. So pretty sad. Taxes suck. Oh, I guess like one more thing I want to say about it is like, let's say you trade stocks, like you're taking all the risk, and if you make any money, they just take like 25% of it, which is just like, just feels bad, feels so bad. Okay. Is LeetCode Premium worth it? I'm not sure because I didn't really use it, but I would say like if you have a lot of friends that are studying for interviews, it'd probably be worth to just like split the cost with your friends and maybe like get a month or something. The thing is like the questions are curated by like people who actually did the interview, so they're like pretty accurate. If you pay for LeetCode Premium, you get to see like what questions that certain companies ask. Like my Facebook question that I got was definitely on LeetCode, and if I just even studied LeetCode, I would have like passed my Facebook interview. But I didn't, so I got rejected for the 4th time, which some of you already know if you pay attention to my videos. But yeah, oh shit, let me do this. Oh, did you see that? Oh fuck, I lost again. But yeah, I want to say like free LeetCode is already really good if you just want to work on your like programming skills. Yeah, it's only if like you're interviewing for a certain company that you would want to maybe see what questions they ask. Let's see. Do you plan on continuing your education? Fuck no. Like, yeah, no. I feel like for me, the purpose of college was just getting a job, and whatever I learned, I don't really use right now. Like most of the things I'm using right now are things that I learned on the job. But there is a value in education because it connects you to first, it connects you to like-minded people. Second, there's like more structure. So then like when I was learning the basics of computer science, it was really helpful for me to like have that structure and like have homework assignments and have resources like a professor and TAs that can ask questions. Yeah, but then like going back to school, unless I want to get into like a specific field like machine learning or something, or I don't know, management, I probably won't go back. And if I were to even consider it, it would be after like considering if I could learn whatever I wanted to learn um, without school. Because like when you're in school, you don't get paid, and it sucks. But then when you get paid and you still learn, that's like super awesome. I'm not sure if like Tetris is just lagging or I'm just like really bad now. Funny story. My friend's like pretty good at Tetris, but we never played each other. So then when we went to Yosemite, we decided to have a money match. So we bet $70 on Tetris, and it was like super intense, and we were like both like sending lines, and both our hands were like shaking because we were so nervous. And in the end, I won, so it was like really hype. So that was like really fun. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I feel like it's definitely lagging. Oh, and then like over the past weekend, I went to Tahoe, and then another one of my friends wanted to play, except she wanted to play with she wanted to play. What the heck? No, fuck, fuck. She wanted to play the Switch version, and I never like touched it. So then the controls were like really awkward and stuff like that. So and she thought she was like really good, and she honestly was. But we bet like $100, and I only had like 10 minutes of warm up, and it was like timed. And the first like 5 minutes, I was like, "What the heck? Like these controls are so foreign to me." But then I kept playing and playing, and then I actually got like pretty okay, and then I ended up winning the bet. So it's a good weekend. Okay, next question. Do you plan on staying in iOS development? So I actually do, like for the foreseeable future, just because iOS development's like really fun, and then there's so much for me to learn, and it's just like really nice being an iOS developer. Someone actually asked me a couple days ago, I think it was yesterday, why I like how I got into iOS and why I like it. I'm not going to go into that now, but I think that's a potential really good video I can make. So if any of you are interested, please let me know. Oh my god, why do I keep losing? But yeah, it's just like a lot of fun, and there's a lot to learn, and uh, Swift is a really nice language, and uh, just like the design patterns that are baked into Swift and iOS is just like really nice, and it just makes you feel like makes you realize how well thought out like every part of the iOS development experiences. Like just like even like the tiniest features in Swift. Like this is what my mentor told me from Tinder. He was like, "Oh, do you know why they have like lets versus bars, right?" And at first you're just like, "Oh, well, lets are constant," but then why? Well, because if everything is a variable and isn't a constant, then like think about like how many permutations there can be. Um, Another thing is just like how the delegate pattern and how the data source, like how the frameworks have a delegate and a data source, and that just sort of separates the logic of like model view controller. Um, so just little things like that really makes me feel warm and fuzzy for being an iOS developer, and I just don't see um, myself doing anything else for the future in the future or for the foreseeable future. Um, my manager at Hulu, or actually the tech lead, was also like, iOS developers are like sought after, and like we get paid a premium, so we get paid more. And I mean, Apple's such a big company. So many people have iPhones. So being able to like work on iOS would mean that a lot of people would have access to my app, right? Or I have big impact. Yeah. Okay, let's see. How often do I practice singing? Ideally, I want to practice every day, every morning. But then the thing is, I've gotten lazy. And I know I keep saying like, oh, make your goal, set your goal, think about what you want to do, and then schedule your schedule to wrap around it. But the thing is, at one point I was like, why am I doing what I'm doing? Like, why am I working so hard for? I was like, wait, why am I even talking about this? But so I did get lazy, but then I'm like okay with it because I just want to enjoy life for a bit, and I sort of like enjoyed it to the extreme the past month. But ideally, basically, I want to practice every day, but in reality, I practice like maybe once every 2 weeks. But yeah, that's probably why I haven't improved in singing for a while. But one of my friends is going through like a tough time, and he's making me listen to a lot of sad Chinese songs, and that's making me want to get better at singing again. So yeah, maybe I'll start practicing more. Okay, there's a final question. Do I like classic Tetris? And not sure what classic Tetris really means. Maybe if you're talking about like just classic Tetris mode on like Tetris Friends, then no. It's because like once the Tetris piece touches the bottom, it like you can't like keep rotating it, and then it won't like stop. Yeah, like right now in normal Tetris, you keep rotating. Like I'll show you right now. If you get to the bottom and you keep rotating, then the piece will like you'll be able to have like time to think. But then in classic Tetris, once it touches the bottom, it just like goes to the next piece. So that's pretty annoying. I'm not used to it. Yeah, and it's not like I don't like it. It's just that I don't usually play it. Okay, let's actually try to win. Fuck. Okay, I can still win this one. The thing is with Tetris is like after you play for a while, you sort of just know where the pieces go, and you sort of know you're not even looking at your current piece, you're looking at the next piece. And it's a lot of fun. It just feels like really nice when you can drop like a lot of pieces at once. lose this one again. Okay, I'm blaming the lag. Fuck. Okay, I think I went through all the questions. Let's see how long it took me. $31 minutes. Okay, how about 10 more minutes? What else do I want to talk about? I think this is a good opportunity to rant about stuff. Well, recently when we went to Tahoe, we had a deep talk and we talked about what is the difference between happiness, satisfaction, and fulfillment. For me, happiness is wait, why won't it drop? Oh, it's actually lagging. For me, happiness is like a day-to-day state. Like today I wake up and the sun is shining and I eat good food, or like I watch a cool movie and it's like pretty fun, or like I go to the amusement park, right? Amusement park. So that's like a day-to-day state of emotion. Satisfaction is when my definition is when I have no worries. Like I wake up in the morning and my elbow's not hurting, my teeth are fine. There's no exam coming up or something. My parents are doing great, stuff like that. Like that's what makes me satisfied. But then when it comes to fulfillment, that's like long-term like growth. Like like doing something I haven't been able to do before and setting goals and reaching them. So that's like getting a new job, or I don't know, being able to sing a song, getting better at talking. Yeah, just like when you look back, you can say, oh, I'm a better person. Woo! But I guess you can also say that fulfillment is being able to help other people. Not sure if that's like the same level of fulfillment or if that's like the next step of fulfillment. But I guess it is. It's like once you reach your own potential, then it's giving back and helping other people grow, or like even helping other people be satisfied or helping other people be happy. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Random rant right there. Another thing I want to talk about, I guess, is again travel, because I just went to China and it was honestly like a super spontaneous trip and it was pretty fun. And I just think that traveling really allows you to like this. There's this saying that you don't really understand your own city until you've been to at least 2 other cities, or you've lived in 2 other cities. And I think that's pretty true, because before that, you sort of just take everything for granted. But then when you go to a new place, and you see that what that new place offers and what that new place doesn't offer, then you start to appreciate the place you live in right now, and also like you start to notice the flaws of your own place. Like growing up in LA, I sort of just assumed that public transportation was bad. But then when I went to Beijing, I was like, dang, you know, like public transportation can be pretty convenient. Um, yeah. Okay, what else do I want to talk about? Oops. Did I ever say like why I started computer science? Probably didn't. So I guess I'll talk about that. I started computer science because in high school I was really into badminton, and that doesn't sound like related at all. But then my badminton coach was not only my badminton coach, but also like my life mentor in high school. So he taught me a lot about life and how to be a decent person. So then after college or after high school, I wanted to be like him. Basically, like follow in his footsteps and see where it takes me. And he was a computer science major, so I was like, hey, I guess I'll try that too. And it really worked out because he could have been anything and I would have done it. Like if he was like a fucking chemical engineer or something, like or a bio major, I would have. That's what I would have done. But no, he was a computer science major, and that's why I chose computer science. When I chose my major, I didn't even know what computer science was. I just chose it, but it turned out to be like the best decision that I didn't think through that I made. Yeah. Okay, I mean, at this point, I went through all the questions. It's like probably 3 a.m. now, or 2:30, and kind of sleepy. So, just not gonna talk as much. I'll probably just play a few more Tetris games, see what else I want to talk about, and then go to sleep. Sound good? How many of you are still watching? I feel like this video is gonna get like 10 views. I guess I do have a question. Like for the people that are still watching, if you're still watching, please leave a comment. I really want to know your answer. But like, what do you want this channel to be? Because I know I've been neglecting my channel, and I don't really have a purpose for this channel. But I feel like this channel could be something. Like if some people want it to be like a self-help channel or like a computer science channel, like I could do that. Or if they want it to be like a singing channel, or if they want it to be I don't know, a badminton channel, or even just like a channel where you just listen to my voice and you don't really care about what I say, but you enjoy the company of me talking. That can also be a thing, but I'm not sure what to make this channel at this point, like what the purpose of this channel is. So if any of you like want to have a say in the direction of the channel, please let me know in the comments, and then yeah, I'll think about it, because if no one really cares, then I'm just gonna do whatever with it, and I guess I'll be the only one who's gonna enjoy making these videos and enjoying the growth or process of the channel, whatever. Yeah. Oh boy, I need to work on my tolerance. I haven't even finished a beer, and I feel like I don't feel drunk or even buzzed, but I feel something. Yeah. As you can see, I also got a Switch recently. I've been playing it a lot. It's actually more. There's so much value. Like, they say that the Switch is just like you pick it up and you go, right? And that's like its gimmick. But it actually works so well. Because day to day, you have a lot of downtime. Like, maybe on the train ride to work, or you have a few minutes to kill between classes, or you have a freaking like 16 or 12-hour flight to China. It just really it really helps kill time. Like before, I would have to like think about my life or think about stuff, or just like not think about anything. But then with my Switch, I'm just entertained, and it's like really fun. And if I ever get bored, I just like switch to another game. Switch to another game. So it's just like really fun. And then all my favorite games are on there, like Mario Kart, Zelda. The new Smash is coming out soon-ish. So yeah, I would say get a Switch. You won't regret it. And that's coming from someone who has a PS4 and an Xbox One. Oh my god. What is happening with this? Okay, what else do I want to talk about? Dang, I'm just like messing up left and right. And I don't think I'm gonna win after that one. Oh no. Oh, fuck, no. Oh, fuck. Okay, how about I play one match seriously without... Oh, how about this? I keep playing until I lose, but I play seriously. Let's see how far I get. Dang, I'm a lot better when I don't talk. Oh. Okay, I won this one. I won this one. Oh. I guess I can talk. What else should I talk about though? I'll go through my video ideas. Oh, okay, I'll talk about why dating apps suck. Okay, so this is coming from an intern, like a Tinder intern, but like I feel like dating apps aren't that good if you're trying to find the one, and even if you're okay, actually, I'm gonna talk about it from the guy's perspective, because for just like stating the fact, but I think there are a lot more guys on Tinder than girls, or any dating app. And from like dates that I've been on, and I asked like, "Oh, can I see your Tinder?" Girls get a lot of messages, and then on the contrary, guys get like very few messages and very few matches. So then I think this might be reflective of just like society in general, but then guys are less guys are more proactive, and guys are like more horny, and guys like want more, and then girls are more like passive, and they're more like cautious, right? And like there's good reason, because at least from what I hear, the risk for like a guy to get into a relationship is like really low, in the sense that like let's say the guy and girl like have a baby, the guy would the guy could just leave, but then the girl has to like take care of the child, right? Like she'd have to like she'd be pregnant for like 9 months and then have to take care of the child, but then the guy could just like peace out. So then the girl like inherently is just more cautious. So then when it comes to dating apps, like the guy is just like trying to talk to like a lot of girl and just like swipe right on everyone, right? But the girl's like super picky. So then I mean, I think that's like the problem that all dating apps are trying to solve. Just like how to make more connections, or like make more matches. But the thing is, like, I want to say it's like really hard, because inherently girls are just super picky. And then the problem for guys is that guys get a lot of messages, or guys send a lot of messages, but then don't get many replies. And then girls get too many messages, so they don't know how to let. So it's hard to filter out, and very tiring to filter out the good ones. So it's like kind of bad on both sides. Like it's bad on both sides, but then it's like amplified through dating apps. But then I think there was like a study or a statistic that like the top 1% of guys gets like all the attention. Like the curve is like, you know, yeah. Anyway, and I guess like on Tinder or on any dating app, there's a possibility of meeting anyone. Like, day-to-day life, you might only meet people in your circle, but then like when you're using dating apps, you can literally meet like anyone from any field, any like situation. Uh, there's like potential that you can meet them. So that's a really good thing when you're like trying to explore. But then when you're trying to find someone that you can truly click with, um, that that aspect of dating, online dating, where you can just like literally meet anyone, makes it hard to filter. So I actually think that I've dated around in college, and I've had like a good amount of dating experience, but then the connections that were really like, how should I say it? The connections that were like the deepest were connections I made with people I met in real life. So that might have just been like I got too unlucky, but could also be that, yeah, that's just how online dating works. Like maybe you can find like a quick hookup or like a friends with benefits, and maybe you can find someone you really click with. But then most cases, like the catches, like the people that are the girls that everyone want, um, if you're not like the 1% of guys, then you'll just be drowned out in all the noise. Um, yeah, that's why dating apps suck. You should meet people in real life. Oh, and I guess like kind of like stating the obvious, but dating apps are more two-dimensional or one-dimensional. Like most of it's just based on looks, and when you meet someone in real life, you sort of are able to see, you're able to get more signal, and I guess you have a better chance. Yeah. Oh, so fast. Oh. So fast. Oh, so what? Oh, so fast. Oh, fuck. All right, I win. Whew. What's one last thing I should talk about? I guess I can quickly go into why I like Chinese music. I just feel like Chinese music is like more raw and isn't like super powerful. It's like more mellow, but then it like the feelings are more sincere and the lyrics are more like not sure if artsy or cultural is right. The lyrics are more meaningful, and not sure if that's like because Chinese is just like maybe more metaphorical, or just the style of the music. But like in Chinese, like the Chinese songs just make you feel more sad, you know. Like more raw, like I already said. Wait. Okay, this is 4.9. I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk. But yeah, I guess I can also just like more relate with the lyrics. I feel like English songs are sort of like very extreme, like "Oh, I'm fucking sad," or "Never mind, I'll find someone like you." Like really like powerful messages, and they always have like a really strong beat. But then Chinese music's like just like very like very vulnerable, very vulnerable. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Like when you listen to it and when you sing it, it makes you feel vulnerable, and that's like the sad, like the saddest pain, or like yeah, don't know really how to explain it, but just well, I mean, I think I was gonna make a video on this, so I'll probably think more about it and you know have the video video be more organized. Okay, well, thank you. Um, Thank you, Erica, for giving me those questions and asking if you wanted another Tetris talk. I'm not sure if this is a video that you wanted. Not sure if you're watching this or if you watched to the end, but yeah, it was fun. I'm not sure how much value people got from this, how many people are watched all the way to the end, like right now, but if you enjoyed this Tetris talk, please go to my Facebook group and then um, give me your own questions and I'll answer them. Yeah, didn't really think through these questions and answers, so lots of pauses. Probably wasted a lot of your time, but if you're doing something on the side while you're listening, then could be like good background noise. But yeah, how about I play one more game of Tetris and try to win? And then I'll go to sleep because it's now 3 a.m. Dang, ads are so long. Okay. Fuck. 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 Okay, whatever. That's that, I guess. Thank you all for watching, and let me know what you think of this Tetris talk. It's supposed to be just really chill. So yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep now. Good night to those that are watching at night. Good morning to those that are watching in the morning. And have a nice day. See you in the next video. Bye.